In this session of a summary writing, we are going to do the passage number 5. Okay, yes. So let us start with reading the passage. To read a lot is essential. Now in this one point, I get the point that read, and it is essential, it is very important. It is stupid not to venture outside the examination set books or the textbooks you have chosen for intensive study. Okay, same thing. The writer says that you should read apart from your textbook. That what does it mean? That reading is essential. So the same thing is expressed in this next long sentence. So I won't be taking this sentence. It does not put forward any important point. So I just cut it. Read as many books in English as you can. Now the writer is saying that read in English. Now this is okay, important, that read in English. Now again I will proceed further. Not as a duty, but for pleasure. Now one thing, okay, that read for pleasure he says. So I cancel this. Do not choose the most difficult books you find with the idea of listening and learning as many new words as possible. Choose what is likely to interest you. Now, see, always don't pay attention to whatever the negative instructions are given. As far as what you do, what one needs to do, that I'll understand. Choose what is likely to interest you. Okay, this is my important point. And be sure in advance that it is not too hard. Again, same thing is expressed. Choose that what is okay, not too hard. Two things should be there, conditions. It should be easy and it should be very interesting. You should not have to be constantly looking up new words in the dictionary. Same thing is there with the idea listening and learning as many new words as possible. Same idea is expressed. What does it mean that you should not have difficult words you're looking always in the dictionary? Means the book has to be easy or it should not be too hard. For that, deadens interest and checks the real learning. Means it limits the learning. Look up a word here and there. But as a general policy, try to push ahead, guessing what the word means from the context. So what is important? That guess what the word means from the context while reading. It is extensive and not intensive reading. It is extensive and not intensive reading that normally helps you. So what I will write? Extensive. Okay, extensive reading helps you to get interested in extra reading and thereby improve your English. Now reading which will improve our English. You should enjoy the feeling which extensive reading gives. That means we should enjoy reading. As you read, you will become more and more familiar with the words, sentence patterns you already know. So what effect the reading causes? That you become more familiar with the words and the sentence patterns. Okay, you read now, understanding them better and better as you meet them in more and more contexts, some of which may differ only slightly from others. Does not express any important point. The same thing has been elaborated, that you get familiar with the words and the sentence patterns. Is that clear? So I will omit this pattern because there is a repetition. Some people say that we cannot learn to speak a language better with the help of a books. Okay, some people say, that means they claim that by reading you cannot learn speaking. To believe that the spoken language and written language are quite different things. This is not so. That means the writer wants to say that spoken language and written language are quite different. He does not agree. Means are similar. Not same, you should say, the similar. Okay, so it will help you to improve your spoken language as well. Now these are the points. Now when I read this, Initially, when I read this first sentence, to read a lot is essential, I thought that the passage must be talking about the importance of a reading or the advantages of the reading. But as I read the passage, I come to know that the gist of this passage is reading to improve your English language. The gist of the passage is, once again, I tell you that it is not only the reading to improve your language, and the writer has pointed out some of the do's and don'ts. Okay, not only don'ts are less, but some of the do's, that what you do to improve your English language. So once I understand this, now I will put whatever I have learned into a draft. Yes, as I have understood, the first very sentence will express what I have understood through this. So what the for my first sentence itself says, I can write there, to improve English. Okay, to improve English, extensive reading. See, here the word has occurred, extensive. When you read a lot, that is called as extensive. This is a technical word, so I have used this technical word. So, extensive reading is important. So, the writer says, to improve English, extensive reading, I just write R, we'll understand it. Extensive reading is important. You can write extensive reading is needed. Okay, you can change the words. Okay, essential, they have used the word essential. Yes, I have used it is important or it is needed. Now, what we should keep in your mind when you read? Okay, when you read, okay, easy and interesting books and interesting books for pleasure. That means, yes, read this way. See, what are the points he says? Choose what is likely to interest you. So I have included the point interesting books. Okay, not too hard. So I have included read easy. Yes, and next is what? Read for pleasure. So I have written over here pleasure. So all the 3 points I have included. Now, what next the writer says is guess. Okay, guess the meaning. Guess the meaning from the context. Guess the meaning from the context. This is the next point. And the next extensive, already we have improve your English, enjoy it. Okay, enjoy reading. Already we have included for pleasure, or if you want to write enjoy reading. If I write, so I have included that point and you will be okay. Now it will make you familiar, okay, familiar with words and sentence patterns. Yes, it will make you familiar with the sentence patterns. It will, okay, now I will write the last session. Spoken language and written language are similar. So it will help you to speak English. See, so that will help you to speak English. Now, do you get how I have written the rough draft? Yes. See, whatever points. What are the points? To read a lot is essential. The next is for pleasure, extensive reading. See, all the points I have included in this small para. This is the rough work I have done. Now, this rough draft I will convert into a fair one. So over here, I have made the fair draft of this. Okay, this rough draft, and this I have made a fair. I have given the title Reading and Reading English. The title is not only reading English. So I have written, see, some of them, see, I have committed a small mistake over here. So I use like this a white gel pen. So it will be easy for you to erase rather than using a whitener. If you use such pen, you can you can rub it very well. So this way, this passage is over. I hope that you are understanding more and more how to write the summary. Thank you.